it's a big deal right now. People act like they don't want nobody to talk about it, but the problem is that typically people would die before. Typically people would die before they can talk about it. These people can't die, so they're gonna talk about it. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, God fooled y'all. I mean, when you in the street, what really lure you into the street? The money. The money lure you into the street. The money do. Not the set, not the drug. The money at first, and then everything gets calm. And then it decapitates you. That's like everything else seen and seen. It goes down the same road. It's sowing your royal. The problem is people want to live in sowing their royal oat. People don't want to grow up. It ain't never been like that before. I think this is the only generation that try to make it like that. The reason why it's sowing your royal oat because that lifetime, that window of time you're using to experience that's it. Anything else, you forcing your body to do something it don't want to do. So your body is gonna start to reject you. And then it's not no longer gonna be fun. Then it's gonna be more of a I gotta do it just to feel normal. It ain't gonna be fun no more. I've been thinking about I think about stuff all the time. Then they be like, I learned from Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory was like, man, y'all ain't talking about the right stuff. And when I realized they was knocking everybody out, you might as well talk about it. They're gonna knock you off anyway. They were moving too fast. They started knocking people out back to back. And that's what I'm saying, okay, like God fooled y'all in that situation. God put chosen ones in that situation where y'all normally were getting away with decapitating, killing folk. Now it's gotta be exposed. Y'all, it's everything you did gotta be exposed. I ain't gonna be the one, but everybody gonna. It ain't right for you to just expose one nationality or one group of people and don't want to expose yourselves. You kept doing to others, you won't done to yourself. So it's like somebody was blocking that, and it's like somebody was putting their karma on somebody. About like people selling souls. Like one thing I learned about this selling soul stuff, if you feel like a lot of magic being thrown on you and you ain't getting no good karma and just bad, somebody probably selling their soul to keep you trapped. Cause I think I've been studying that selling souls, not studying, but I was like, in my head, I'm like, how did that even work? I never knew nothing about it until 2020. Like I said, I went to them readers and they told me what been going on. I was like, this been going on my whole life. So it's like when one person do it, my ancestors destroy them and it just goes to the next person. And then my ancestors destroy them, then it goes to the next. So it's like my identity never really get back around to me. I never really got to live a normal life. It was always somebody like, that's when you know your parents had something to do with it. That's when you know it's gotta be somebody else. If it wasn't your parents, it was an uncle, auntie, it was somebody older than you that was just using you for a sacrificial lamb, a baby, or whatever. That's what it really means, like when you sacrifice a child. In the movies they were killing them and all that. Really, it's like you killed them, but you didn't kill them. You living in their shadow, you living in their light. Why would you kill somebody? You need their light source. You need that good karma. See what I'm saying? These just kind of stuff people don't want out. Well, too bad. Chump change. It's gonna have to come out. You shouldn't have been. You can't dish it. Don't. If you can't, you could dish it, but can't take it. So don't dish it. I bet all the chosen ones. I don't even want to talk no more. I don't even want to say nothing, y'all. It be my ancestors, God, and then that twin. It don't be the whole tree, but it be that twin. Twin be pushing me out to say stuff because they be on y'all ass, bro. The guy know this is what it is. It's God's world. God say we in Revelation. God say we in Revelation. Rapture. Going back to Genesis, that's what it is. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So you might well go out with a bang. You might well tell you what's on your heart. It's doing it anyway. It's like you gonna fight. How you gonna fight, right? Y'all crack them seals. How did you crack the seals by thinking you could sacrifice chosen? Oh, I didn't know they were chosen. Yeah, you did. If you know when they high priest, you know when they chosen. You just thought since you done did so many high vibrational people, you got your people across the world. You got all these different, which I know y'all names, but I ain't gonna start trying to say y'all name. And you got these high warlocks and stuff. You think you just cause you did something, you thought you could do it again. You thought you done got away. Basically, you done got away with killing some great high priests and high priests. You thought that was it. No, that was just to lure you in, just like everything else. Sin is sin. Ain't nothing else you can do about it. You should have just got your damn life together and went and took care of your family. You out here having all these kids by random people and just sleeping around in everybody's bed and thinking it's fun and joke and you're old. You should have just went and took care of your family, man. Ain't nobody finna pet y'all ego, bro. When was you planning? It's like, when was anybody planning to take care of their family? You've been doing this for a long time. If you're a celebrity, you've been doing it for a long time. If you're in the streets, you've been doing it for a long time, maybe. Any kind of person, man. But anyway, I gotta say this. You should be used to it. But what I'm trying to tell you is, so you roll, you get used to it, you move on. But keep you stuck in them friends. They ain't your friend. Them programs that'll keep you. They program to parade you on in that field, because they programs for that field. If you would have elevated yourself, see, they not gonna help you elevate. Yeah, they might promote. They might. I keep wanting to say promote. They might, basically cheer you on to get you through there. But they ain't gonna help you up through there. They ain't gonna help you elevate. They ain't gonna hold your hand while you elevate. You tell them you're gonna elevate. Yeah, girl. Yeah, dog. Elevating. I heard you do that. That's it. That's the end of that conversation. When you have that conversation, you telling somebody you finna elevate. Don't expect them to keep motivating you to elevate, because they don't know the rest of the way. They just know the start. Like you just knew the start. But now you finally done started. Don't keep running to them thinking they're supposed to give you some more motivational advice. Y'all weird out there. That's why I thank God let the situation come so the chosen ones can get in these situations and tell y'all about y'allself, because y'all moving weird, bro. Why have a family if you don't want to embrace it and love it and see it grow? I ain't never had nobody. No, because all this stuff, though. I don't say that you can't feel sorry for me. I don't feel sorry for me. It's growth for me. It was my purpose in life. You get what I'm saying? I was supposed to endure everything that the last person had to endure and died from. Because I'm God's child. We all God's kids, but I had to endure all that to be able to tell this story by this time right now and shut all that down. Because it's time for it to stop. This guy's world, this ain't man's world. It ain't Satan's world neither. Ain't Baphomet world, ain't none of that. They all sitting down. It's God's word, and that's all it is to it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I know that y'all be on a new sign, you watch for that. You probably do need to do that in the city though, but none of that stuff. Everything come from God, so I already know. Like, you can use this sign. Y'all don't even know what the sign means. You so nervous about it, you don't even want to look it up. You see some ancient texts on some granite or some type of material that can't be destroyed, and you swear somebody altered it. And they say them peace signs. Then what they mean? That'll be weird to me. I don't know. You can use anything. You can turn anything perverse. Anything in the world. You can turn anything. You can turn your own stool perverse. Like, they can do magic. That's another thing I'm gonna say. They can do magic if you start getting magic on you. I said it already. You do the magic that much, probably swapped your soul, swapped your energy out. But I think that's what I was saying. I said when they studied that, I was studying that in my head. I was like, how did that work? Because Satan ain't God at the end of the day. Once you realize Satan ain't God, you can bring him down a lot, and then look at what he got going on. If you sell your soul, then you're not giving yourself a chance to see what you got. You gave up on. You don't want to do your trial and tribulation. You don't want to see what God built you for. You probably felt like you wasn't nothing. You probably stopped believing in God a long time ago. So you probably stopped believing in God a long time ago. So you you gave up on yourself. You just gave up on yourself. You didn't give yourself a chance. It wasn't time for you. Everything you were wanting, it wasn't time for you to have it. You know. I guess you see somebody else with it, you think, well, they might be disciplined in areas that you're not. They probably were born with a type of discipline that you wasn't. So you can't get what that person got. It depends on what rolled off his parents onto him, and same for you. So he probably can be at celebrity status because he was ready for it, but you not. You wouldn't know what to do. That kind of money would destroy you in a year. You know, you ain't responsible enough. You gotta look at stuff like that. So, but anyway, you say you sold. So I'm like, well, if they say they sold, of course they sold will go to hell. So of course they sold will go to hell. And you say so, they sold will go to hell. Okay, well, that means they would have to take a soul from somebody. They would have to take a soul from somebody, right? Like take a soul from somebody that's already finna walk into their life purpose. So you just already done walked into their life purpose. Took the cell phone, and then that person probably wind up crashing and burning in their prime and don't know why. You know, that's why I said somebody did it so much to the point where it started wrapping up the snake eating his own tail. Somebody been doing this for so long, doing it for so much, and then you got these little groups. Man, I'm saying, bro, I ain't ever had to look into it till 2020, and it's simple as hell, and you be like, man, it makes you wonder why people went that route. I would say it must have started somewhere in the 80s, and people knew, people thought they figured out, so I don't know. But it started hitting home. It started hitting hard around 98, 2002, and it started really affecting us. Because you can't just alter one life, or alter a frequency, or distort a frequency. So y'all doing groups and groups and groups and stuff like that. That shit though. That's why revelation, you know. It's like you keep saying God, brought it or Jesus brought it. No, they saving us from ourselves. We did it to ourselves. You can't sacrifice that many people. You can't kill an animal and not expect no consequences behind it. Y'all out here sacrificing peoples in groups. And then got groups and groups doing it. Y'all doing too much. And all you doing is skipping your trial and tribulation. And then at the same time, you want to be a man. You want to be respected as a man and a woman. But you want to skip trial and tribulation to be rich. So you skip trial and tribulation somehow to be rich and have all this attention. But nobody still respects you as a man or a woman because you skip. It's time for all of us to grow up. I ain't never want nothing that bad. I work for everything I got. I learned a long time ago. When you work for it, you appreciate it. Otherwise, you tear it up. I reckon I do all kind of crazy stuff. What else I was gonna say? I was gonna say something else too. That's like somebody said, somebody worked out while they were watching TV. I'm not gonna do that. That's a setup from hell. It's like this is repetition. You're trying to get somebody to kill themselves. You trying to say they angels or they God. It don't matter. They're still in a human vessel. The rules apply to us all. You having an experience. Ain't no magic. You ain't gonna never see that what y'all got going on. Y'all want to see this. Y'all want to see something that's just. You ain't never even seen that when Jesus was here. It never been here. Y'all hell bent on seeing something that ain't gonna be here, bro. You thinking about another realm. You thinking about another lifetime. But they were like, I wouldn't do that. I work out and watch TV if I want to have fun doing it, but I'm not gonna just work myself to death. That's how y'all been killing folks. That's how people been dying, bro. You rest, you work out, you do what they got it in the books. You can walk so much. You just walk so much and it does something for your body. That's why I do what I do. I don't do it to please y'all, man. I've been like that my whole life. And I take long breaks sometimes. It just ain't came around yet because I be dealing with God. You can't do what I do. Do what you're supposed to do. Y'all gotta quit copying and pasting each other and doppelganging each other, bro. That throws y'all off a little bit. It's good to understand a trendsetter and rock a trend, but don't try to be the trendsetter. Y'all keep on killing folks and damn trying to do this. Y'all need to sit down somewhere, bro. Y'all working people to death. And you probably don't mean to. Like in my case, it's people trying to find out who did it. But I can tell if this process been going on like this, people die waiting on it. And you know, I ain't gonna die waiting on it, but people died waiting on that. People died waiting on that kind of stuff. Maybe that's what y'all got going on. But I just know if they do that, if they do sell their soul and get you trapped, 9 times out of 10 you gonna feel like bad karma coming at you for no reason. Everybody throwing magic. Everybody, you gonna feel like you keep getting hit with magic. And you are. You gonna feel like everyone hate. It's just the energy gonna be total off because they took your damn soul. They did something. I don't know that for a fact, but that's since I've been observing and studying. I was like, that's all Satan do. It's like that's all he can do. You put your soul in hell and take somebody else's, and that put that person in a dark night of the soul. That's it. There ain't no hard science about it. That's it. That's why people need to stop doing it. And so you want God to intervene. God could, but he ain't. God doesn't intervene. He intervened by fixing the problem because if God fixed that the way you want God to fix it, it's gonna throw it's gonna throw more than just one timeline off. It's gonna throw a lot more off. You know, it's impossible. It's a deal. It's a deal. You just gotta wait. Somehow, I don't know. I don't want to say that part, but a deal is a deal. 5 to 7 to 10. The good thing is that if you wait 5 to 7 to 10 years, regardless, if you put yourself, if you become like a tree, give yourself to God, give your all to God, and if you notice you getting attacked like that and ain't nobody doing nothing about it, then 9 times out of 10, that's probably what happened. It's like you're not on the radar. It's like you not noticed. Your energy ain't registered no more. But somebody deleted you, and they took your energy, they took your light. So, what you gonna have to do is wait that contract out. You gonna have to get yourself somewhere like I'm doing. Elevate, meditate, and pray, and give y'all all to God. That's it. And then 5 to 7, 10 years. In year 5, the first 4 years gonna be hell on earth automatically. But at the end of year 5, the middle of year 5, you'll start probably feeling some kind of change. And by year 7, you're gonna probably see another change. And God forbid it be 10 years, because the devil rather give you 10 years, another 5 years. That last 5 years, you should start to see things. Because it's what it is, it's just like music. You gotta fade in and out. Somebody took your energy, so your energy gotta fade back into you, just like it faded out of you. You just gotta recognize the energy as it come back into you. And that's why they need you to kill yourself during them 5 to 10 years. That's it. This shit easy, bro. This shit easy. That's why I said I'm gonna do this easy. And while I'm doing it, I'm gonna elevate with God. It's like my family member decapitated me, bro. They just did the most. But you finally did enough to save your soul. Now, if I was you, I'd work on getting my soul back. And you can't get it back until you make right by this. If that's what happened. It might not be what happened. This might be a movie, blah, blah, blah. Somebody did something. If it wasn't my family, it wasn't somebody did something, though. And if you know somebody who did, I wouldn't be affiliated with them. Just like that. That's it. That's all I want to cover. Because it's like this is repetition. Everything been done over and over. My issue this time, it ain't really an issue. After this, I finally get to live life, because I never got to live life, because I'm an angel on a purpose, on a mission for God. And I had to go through all that just to see what people been going through. Now that I get it, hopefully I'll be able to move on after this. Nobody will take my identity no more. Plus I was vibrating too low. I can walk into my own energy and finally live the remaining of my life and see how I feel to actually be normal. Because, like I said, it's like people were doing it back to back. It's like, let's say your parents sell your birth certificate to somebody, and they'll sell it to somebody else, sell it to somebody else. I don't know how it worked. That probably ain't even it. But I'm just saying, somebody older knew something, and somehow they kept sacrificing you over and over again. Amazing. It's just like the movies where they say they live in they put them spirits in them dolls. Same thing. They live in your shadow. They gotta have you there. Living your life. And it's like you gotta do these tests and stuff, because they're gonna be attacking you though. It's repetition, y'all. It's just repetition. It's hell on earth. It's the temporary hell on earth, 5 to 10 years. Straight up repetition. You gotta do it. Because it's like an energy register or something. And notice your energy. Regardless if they sabotaging the test or not, you gotta do it. And somehow the astro, it's almost like telling the astro you're still alive. I don't know. People selling their soul these days, like people sell hamburgers. It's good we all learning and study it. And then I heard somebody say that it's untrue we are all done. We ain't all done. this is just a new beginning. This is change. We ain't all done because the truth coming out. We all finna grow and evolve. Watch. Just enjoy it. See, it's no longer just acting season, celebrity. Now, you're gonna have to probably act it for real. And that's good too, you know. It ain't no longer a play. Back in the days, they got plays from real life events. And that's what we're going back to. Instead of just repeating the same stories.